Hey guys, welcome back. How are you? It's me, Hebot, with another episode of Toys in My Closet. Welcome back. I am your video game aficionado and action figure enthusiast. I'm going to do a quick video here today. Because I've seen some people on social media always ask every once in a while. And I think it was a pretty cool idea. So I'm going to give a big shout out to some people that may not know me, but I know them. Seeing them on the YouTube figure scene. For example, I'm going to give a shout out to Josh Pence because he likes collecting, as you see here, Mythic Legions. And Mythic Legions are amazing. It's an amazing independent line by the Four Horsemen, as we all know, which they have created and kickstarted with a Kickstarter program. And to this day, it's just growing bigger and bigger. And it seems like they're having a lot of success. And it hasn't seemed to slow down. It hasn't seemed to stop. And that's good for them because it's well deserved. Because they create really amazing characters, pieces, likeness, and all types of wonderful things in this, figure line, in particular, which is owned by them, and also in other things in the past, like the Masters of the Universe Classics, obviously the Masters of the Universe 2000X cartoon, and also, the WWE figures from Mattel, and things like that, as you all know. Now, the video is basically because Josh Prince was asking a question, and he was not the only person I've seen ask this. I've seen a couple other people that I don't really know too well or seen about Mythic Legions. What figures from Mode 2 would fit in well with Mythic Legions without looking too out of place, maybe, or maybe looking obscure. So I figured I can probably do a quick video based on the Mythic Legions that I have. And as you see here, these are the ones that I just reviewed. These are the only Mythic Legions I have. But as you know, they're all based off inspiration of He-Man characters. So what I did was I changed them all to make them look like a different character and not necessarily like the characters they're inspired by, using the other extra parts with the Glio system that it actually offers. So I think it's going to be fun, so I'm going to start off real quick and do this little video because I think it's a kind of a cool idea. It's actually a very fair question, too. So sit back, relax, have a nice little drink, enjoy. I hope you stay tuned for the whole video and, have a good time. Let's get going. So here you go, first and foremost on my list, because it's pretty much the same thing in essence of what the Four Horsemen has done with Mythic Legions, with these figures in particular that I have in front of me. This is none other than Castle Grayskull Man. This was done by, I forget his name, but he's a really big He-Man fan. He did all the fake commercials for Mattel for classics when they were doing certain things, and he did an awesome job. He's an awesome person. I forget his name though at the moment, so please forgive me for that. But this was his creation as part of one of the contests that they held with Mattel in creating figures for He-Man, particularly the Masters of the Universe Classics, so that they can bring their creation to life in classic form for the new classic line that we, just had. And this was because they were paying homage to what they did back in 1984, 83, with some young kids that they did a contest, and yet those figures' name never came to fruition and were never done. And one of the figures was Fearless Photog, and that kid had won then, and they actually finally made his figure now in the 2000 era during the Castle, Classics line collection. So they also chose 6 other people to do other stuff. One of them being, obviously Scott Knightlick, which was the director and manager of the brand at that time through Matty Collector, and he created, his time traveling character, the Mighty Spectre. There was one done by Jeff Johns, the creator of Green Lantern, and he did Sir Laser-Lot. So, just to give you an idea, it was the same idea behind this character when Nate, I believe his name is Nate, I'm not sure, when he created this, he created it with the idea of Castle Grayskull in form of a actual human character or being in the Moltu universe. So this is a man that was, created in the essence and form of Castle Grayskull itself in human form. If it came alive as a entity, that is of a human or alien form in the world of Eternia. This is my first pick, Castle Grayskull, man. So we'll move it right along. Now here we have Goatman. And Goatman was a character that was created specifically for the comic. And in the comic, that's where he was introduced. He is, as you can see, is pretty self-explanatory. He's a man that is really a half man, half goat. And because he's a beastly-like character with human aesthetics and human type, elements, I think he fits well with Mythic Legions. I think he'll look like part of the Mythic Legion universe. So Goatman is my number 2 pick for this list. Here we go on to the next guy. So coming in at number 3, now we have none other than Demoman. And Demoman is actually the concept art of what I believe was the original plan of what they wanted He-Man's arch nemesis to be, which was Skeletor. And this was the concept art that was drawn up but was never created in figure form. With Mattel and Matty Collector and the Masters of the Universe Classic line, they decided to bring him out as a figure, and he came out pretty well and pretty spectacular. He is very neon green with some browns and gold and a lot of nice silver to his weapons and his gauntlets and his hands and wrist. But he looks very demonic with a beard and also with bones, a crown. It's these bones on top of his head that look almost like they're coming out of his head, protruding out. But he looks like a creature, so I think he fits well also in the universe of let's say, the Mythic Legions. Next, we have, and here we have it. We have Vicor. Vicor, again, alongside Demoman, was the actual concept art of what they wanted He-Man to look like in the conceptual arts of what they wanted the toy line to look like. And as you can see, he has a very big reminiscent look and feel and style to Conan the Barbarian, because that's where the whole idea and concept came in, but they wanted to unify it with actual sci-fi special high-tech gadgets in a barbaric era in another alien-like planet. And because he looks so much like Conan, I believe Mattel was forced to go back and rechange them and had to redo them again for the toy line and was not allowed to bring them out. But then obviously now, years later, they were able to bring it out within the Classics line. They also brought out the first versions of what the toys were supposed to look like once He-Man was created, with the idea of him being able to change to different things, like a man that was a robot in a tank, and a man that was a spaceman, the man that was a barbarian, with the 3-pack, and that ended up being cut in the cutting room floor and was never brought out until now as well. So He-Man has had a bunch of different style of iterations, and this is one of them. But I think he fits well if you put him next to your Mythic Legions, obviously. So this is Vicor. And next up we have a character called Scaleconic, and he came as a add-on pack-in for the Roton vehicle, and this is basically a build-a-figure army builder for Skeletor that was introduced also, if I'm not mistaken, in the comics. So they actually created a figure of him for the first time, which kind of sucks because you can't really army build him, because then you would have had to have bought a bunch of Rotons, and the Rotons were like $125 each. So it was kind of bad, but I guess it was the only way they could find a way to bring them out into the collection without taking a skew from another more important character. But as you can see, he is very different. He looks beast-like and barbaric and medieval, so he would go really well with the Mythic Legion aesthetics and figures as well. This is, like I said, Scaleconic. And here we have next none other than Ceresus, which basically is a crocodile man. He's from the crocodile reptilian people, which are from the race of Whiplash. If you guys remember Whiplash from the original vintage line, this was one of the characters that was created for the 2000X cartoon. And this is one of the creations that were created by, in sculpt and figure form by the Four Horsemen themselves, as you know it. Very beautiful with a nice alligator tail with spikes on the end. Very cool looking with spikes on the harness, on his shoulders, on his gauntlets, on his, on his, on his arms, on the back of his shin of his leg, in the back, and even this cool weapon that's like an axe and works as another thing at the same time. And he has even earrings, hoop earrings and everything. Very cool demonic orc looking with, that, creature-like aesthetics. I think works very well with Mythic Legions as well. Moving right along, here we have King Chubla, or Chobla. He was another character that was introduced also for the 2000X cartoon. He is basically a Yeti man or Yeti king for the Yeti people, the Bigfoot people from the Ice Mountains. He is covered in white fur detail, his arms gauntlet, very big, tall, massive figure with very big legs, as you see. Beautiful face sculpt, really, really well proportioned and unique. And he fits and looks very cool. I think fit very well with that mystic style and aesthetic of the world of Mythic Legions. I think he's really, really cool, and he is awesome. Also sculpted by the Four Horsemen. So it looks really, really awesome, really, really cool. And yeah, I think he's another one that would fit very, very well. So next we have this very massive guy. And as you can see, he looks like a big overgrown gargoyle. And his name is Lord Dacus. He has the big wing spread, as you can see, with the scalings in them, all sculpted one by one. And he is also another creation and character that was from and introduced in the 2000X Masters Leaders, cartoon for Cartoon Network, I believe it was. A very cool looking character aesthetically. A nice, frightening, demonic kind of Dracula style face, like a bat. Also, at the same time, I think he's very fitting. I think he goes well. He would go well with the Mythic Legions. And he's pretty cool in height as well. So there you have, with his tail and all, Lord Dacus. Next, and here we have Sir Lancelot. Now mine's customized because my daughter does custom work for me when I want my figures to be painted a certain way. And big shout out to her because she does a lot of nice work. She does a really good job for me, and I really trust her when she does my figures custom wise, when she does paint jobs and applications. But this is the creation of Jeff Johns, the one that he was actually the one that he tallied in to be put into the contest that they did for the Master Universe Classics. And this is what he came up with. Got a kind of a knight, in armor, like Sir Lancelot, like Lancelot, really cool looking, nice colors and stuff, and very buffed, like, to keep it in the style of the He-Man aesthetics. But he looks like a knight that would go and blend well with one of the Templars from Mythic Legion, so I think he would go well. This is Sir Lancelot. And next we have here none other than Previs. Now, Previs is, as you see, an evil genie from the Motu Classics 2000X cartoon as well. Another new character that was introduced, and another unique and really stylized character that has these really crazy horns on him. He looks like a fern mixed with a genie, and he looks like a creature at the same time. Even his weapons look very unique and you know, different than the norm in the Masters of the Universe world. You know, Previs even has those nice purple dark colors like an evil character with those tattoos of power, and you know, in the purple gauntlet and even on his skirt piece. So Previs is another character I think that would fit very well with the Mythic Legions. Now, this showstopper here is none other than Dragoman. That's right, he is a Dragon Man. And as you can see here, he's a very unique character that came from no material source whatsoever. He was created solely and strictly for the contest by none other than the Four Horsemen. They were given an opportunity to create a character of their own that they felt would have been cool in the Masters of the Universe world that was never tackled and done before, and they decided to do a character that was a Dragon Man, and this is Dragoman. Really awesome figure. Definitely, I think, fits in with the Mythic Legion and the characters of creatures and design. I think it would go very well, and any Mythic Legion fan will be happy to have them in their collection next to their Mythic Legion characters. Dragoman, people. Dragoman. Beautiful. Look at the wing spread. It's crazy. Moving on along. And next we have none other than Chief Carnaby. And I think he fits extremely well. He's a lion man, for Christ's sakes, people. He looks like a puma, as a matter of fact. With the nice red cape, the mane for his hair, looking really, really, you know, majestic. The shield with, you know, kind of the face of the lion that was actually in front of the Eternia playset for the vintage classic line. Nice little touch. He looks really good with his armor and gold. He is really, really good. Really nice and sharp figure. Chief Carnaby, I think he would go perfect with the Mythic Legion side by side. So we'll go on to the last choice and pick on my list. So here we have it. Last but certainly not least, what would probably be my favorite Motu figure, probably of all time, especially as far as villains, because of the design, how he looks, the color scheme, the accessories, the detail, the face, the sculpting. This figure is, for me, is absolutely incredible. And this is a newer figure. This was created also for the comic books of more recent years and was turned into figure form. And this is none other than Fanwood. And he comes with multiple portrait heads, one with the teeth going in and not being as long, and one with the teeth all the way out to make it look like a menacing snake about to put those teeth into you and kill you instantly. And he just, I think he fits brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly into your Mythic Legions collection. He just looks like something from Mythic Legions, and you know, you just look at him, it just looks, he looks incredible. He looks incredible. So I hope that this video was informative. I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope you guys liked this video and my idea and thought process behind it. I kind of really gotta give thanks to people like I said before, Josh Pence, because he came up with the idea in one of his videos and question, and I think it was a very good thought idea, and I think it's something that it's in a lot of people's mind, and that a lot of people are probably very curious about it as well, to know what would go well, and their line. It's almost like with these guys being, you know, inspired by Masters of the Universe characters or creatures, in this case of Panther, which is purple, and obviously Karu Rolls, which is basically, you know, Battle Cat. So I think it's a fair assessment, a very cool question, a very good idea to have. So I hope this list of figures that I picked myself helps you out. Some of these guys are kind of cheap to find, and then some of these guys are kind of expensive to find, or in between. But you know, if you keep searching and have patience, I think you'll have luck and you'll pretty much find them for a decent price, because they're not being printed anymore, obviously. So I hope you have luck finding them. I hope you guys enjoy them. There's some other ones like that were honorable mentions that I didn't put here, but I wasn't really too sure. Kind of like, for example, like Rap Trap, which is a mummy demon creature, which I think would also go good with them. But I'm not sure, so I just left it out. But Fangoria is my #1 pick. Motu figure that would go very well aesthetically as a figure in side by side with the Mythic Legions line and collection. So, you know, let me know what you guys think at the bottom of my list. Let me know if you guys liked it, what you guys thought about it, if you guys agree with me, if you guys disagree. Let me know maybe some characters that I might have not mentioned in this one that you guys probably thought of and would have picked yourself and chosen yourself. And, you know, give me a thumbs up for if you liked it, a thumbs down if you didn't like it. And, you know, share it with someone that you think might like the video. And as always, don't forget, if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. As you subscribe to my channel for the first time, thank you very much, because it means the world to me. I know you don't have to, but if you did, just remember, I consider now part of my family. And as always, if you ever want to help me out in any way, shape, or form with more content like this, or other cool creative ideas that you think you want to see me do, that you guys might like to see me do, either in the video game realm or in the figure realm, you know what you can do. Is all in the description below. I'll have my information for my Patreon. I'll have my information for my PayPal. I have my Instagram down there, and you guys, you know, can hit me up anytime and help me from the kindness of your heart, if you so well choose to, by your own choice. As always, guys, love when you stop by. Love that, you know, you give me the time of day. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you on the next one. This is my Toys in My Closet episode of Mythic Legions figures that would blend well with Motu figures aesthetically and as a whole in a collection. See you in the next one, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye. Love you guys, and be good, and keep figure collecting and have fun and luck out there when you do. Bye-bye.